So let's take a look before we run it, right? So we're doing like a Riot and the CUI command. I think it's available on Mac. That's why I can run it. It's also available on Linux. I'm not sure about Windows though, but yeah, please check the documentation page. And we're specifying info for for logging. So please, while we're running, please tell us like more information, right? And the host is gonna be localhost, and the port is 7380, which is the first instance we have in the Redis cluster, right? Note that we're connecting to only one instance of the Redis cluster. That's enough, right? We don't have to specify all the three. Why is that? Because again, within the cluster, each instance has a copy of the cluster information, right? So connecting to one of them is sufficient to know the whole cluster topology, in order to reach out to the other two instances as well. We need to specify the cluster flag, just to tell Riot that this whole thing it is a cluster, right? And for the sub command, what we're trying to do is we are trying to do replicate. Riot support other subcommands as well, but in this case, we are using replicate, the replicate subcommand. Right? And the target place will be, localhost 6380, which is the Dragonfly port. And we specify a reasonable batch size, doesn't take too much keys out of instance at once. So yeah, kind of reduce the one-time load to your instance, right? So it's a reasonable batch size, just to speak a batch size. Okay, so that's it. It is that easy, thanks to the Redis cluster, very well designed specification, thanks to Dragonfly's compatibility, and thanks to the convenience that the real tool has brought to us. So let's try this command right now. Okay, so now let's run this command and see how it goes. As you can see, it finished very fast, and we can just double check if we have all the data in the Dragonfly instance as well. Let's do DB size. Yeah, so now we have 100 keys, which are like replicated from the Redis cluster, and it was the sample data that we used, right? So yeah, we can also try to just to verify maybe one of the keys. Cool. So yeah, it's here. It worked perfectly. So in the meantime, if you want to have more visualization, you can use like a desktop GUI manager